strong.
Hi guys, welcome to another wonderful episode of Lifestyle Talk with Tara at Defink. I'm your host, Obinyama Tara. Today we have a friend of Defink with us in the studio. He's been here before. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. E-Rock.
Yeah, it's good to be here once again.
It's good to have you.
I'm so glad to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us again, Mr. E-Rock.
You're very welcome.
Okay, so today we're talking about African parents. I know we talked about them the last time, but this section is talking about how they shy away from sex education. A lot of them do, for reasons that we are going to address now, and we're going to also look for how to prefer solutions to, the damages that come about children not having the right information from home. So the first thing I want to talk about is why they shy away. Why do you think parents shy away from teaching their children about sex and sexuality?
For me, I think our culture over time doesn't give room for that. Our parents, many of our parents, feels it's awkward to bring up issues like this in the family. They think it's should I say ungodly? It's immoral. To bring issues like this, up among the children. You understand? And I think religiosity and high moral standards. We Africans, we have high moral standards. We are well cultured. So I think that's one of the major issues we have. Our parents are being shy to bring up issues like this.
I think all of this can be summed up in the fact that they do not want to, they're in denial, if you ask me. They don't want to agree to the fact that the world has changed so much because, in their own time, right, sex and sexuality was something very coded. You don't just talk about it anyhow. Why? You're a child. What?
I remember when I was growing up, and one of my friends, when I was a kid, just said something. My mom was like, when you saw and she made sure I abstained from that friend because of what he said. How African mothers could be. You understand?
Yes, and it's terrible because whether they like it or not, or whether we like it or not, it's the way things are now. Sex is everywhere.
Yeah.
It's in your face. It's everywhere. Kids see sex on TV. They see it on social media, magazines, newspapers, everywhere. Everybody is talking about it, and when your kid gets curious and asks you about it, shying away from it is not the answer, because if she does not get answers from you, she will get it from somewhere else. I had this little girl that I used to visit once when I was a teenager. She was 8, I think, and she had asked her parents rather, what sex was. I don't know where she heard it from, but I'm not surprised, So she asked her parents, and the reaction she got was they beat her, they, sent her to her room, they grounded her, they made her stop playing with her friends and her neighbors. She got the, impression that this thing was terrible for them to do this to me. They reported her to her teacher. There was such a stigma surrounding that simple, very innocent question. So she kept it to herself, and then about a week or so later, a relative visited, and they were watching TV, and she heard the word rape on TV, and she asked her uncle that, what does rape mean? And the uncle said it's forced sex, something like that. She remembered, what had happened a week earlier. She was still close, so she said, what is this sex? And the uncle said, you want to know what sex is, Abby? I'll show you. And he did show her. Long story short, this guy abused her for about a year plus. I went back a few times, and I saw that she had withdrawn into her shell. She wasn't the same very bubbly, very curious girl anymore. You could see that she was just a shadow of herself. So I took her for a walk, and she opened up to me because she really liked me. And she opened up to me, and she told me that this uncle had been touching her in places. And I'm like, why haven't you told anybody? So she says that she can't tell her parents because her uncle said that she's a bad girl for asking for it. That she asked for it, so it's her fault. That she asked for it, so she had to get it, and that she cannot tell anybody because everybody will know that she's a bad girl. So imagine this girl suffering in silence for a year plus. So I got so mad, I got so very angry, and I took her home. And while we were going home, I was telling her, and she was telling me rather, that I shouldn't report to her parents. So imagine this girl feeling like she would rather go through that pain, that trauma, than being tagged a bad person. These are just some of the dangers that comes with not being open enough with your children about these things. So I don't know what other things that you might think could pose as dangers of not relating with your parents about sexual education.
For me, I think one of the dangers is, you see, these children will eventually look up to their equally uninformed and ignorant peers for information and education about sexuality. And another point is, I think the children, this we make the children, they will be easily exposed to the dangers out there. This can lead to the lack of knowledge can lead to spread of STDs, HIV or AIDS, what else?
Unwanted pregnancies, abortions. Because they don't know what to do before, their curiosity gets them to experiment, they don't know what to do after, they don't want to tell anybody because of that stigma around it that they probably had from home. So when they make those mistakes, they are not even open to their parents to talk about, oh, this is what I'm going through right now, and they don't have the right advice. So a pregnant teenage girl goes to meet her friend and says, I'm pregnant, I cannot take this thing home. And her friend says, come, I know one man that does abortion, But if she had gotten the right education and gotten to be comfortable with it from the get-go, she would have known either to abstain or to protect herself. So basically, I feel like there's a lot of psychological trauma that surrounds not knowing right from the start. And if parents can, I would urge them to be able to tell their children about these things right from when they are young, their formative years. You don't have to, if you are shy about it, get your kids books. My mom got me books about my body, biology, pregnancy. From when I was 8, I had knowledge about these things. I knew what to do, what not to do. And so, you guys, we are the parents of tomorrow. Most of the youth of this generation will be getting married in this century. You do not want to make the mistakes that our parents did. And so, please, I'm urging you to break that circle, break that cultural silence. Thank you. And so, we hope that with these little things that we've told you, we'll be able to make a better future for ourselves and our kids. Thank you so very much for joining us on this episode. Thank you, Mr. Iro, for joining us on this episode as well. My name is still Obiyan Omotara. Please comment in the comment section, like, subscribe to this channel so we know to give you notifications for an upcoming episode. And we promise to always bring you interesting lifestyle talks. See you next time.